Time before the internet. Well, before the internet became what it was. What we went through. What we read. How did we get our gaming information? Well, magazine. As for some of you younger viewers out there who don't know, magazines were the only way we could have gotten our information on the newest game, tips on, like, if you like certain games or certain genres, these are the ones to look out for, fan cheats, cheat codes, how to beat these games much easier, and stuff like that, and then also art. And just also interviews in the magazines too, like they would interview, let's say for argument's sake, Shigeru Miyamoto, because he just made a new Super Mario Bros. Game, and now in the magazine he's got a full 2 pages full with just questions and answers and him talking, right? First time reveals of certain games before they were revealed at E3 were on magazines and stuff like that. Well, I've got a whole bunch of magazines, yes, shitload. I've got a lot of them, and there's a particular one that I like more than others, and now a lot of you are sitting there. I know a lot of you older people are like, oh, yeah, Nintendo Power, yeah, I love Nintendo Power, just like a lot. I don't have much Nintendo Power. There's only a small selection, and it's for the cover, and we'll just jump right into it with the magazines. We're going to start with the Nintendo Power. We have the December 2007 issue for Super Smash Bros. Brawl, because while one of my favorite games of all time is the my favorite franchise of all time is the Smash Bros. Franchise, and what better, cooler way than to have Smash Bros. Brawl cover, And then on the back has a little funny, Sonic thing, but mostly I got this one for this very reason. And then we have 2 more Nintendo Powers. One we have is the December 1999 WWF WrestleMania 2000 Mick Foley cover, because as you could see behind me here, look at the shelf. Don't mind the cards. I'm trying to find space for the Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon cards and stuff, but 3 shelves worth of just wrestling games. Like, look at it, PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, Sega CD, Dreamcast, Saturn, Japanese Saturn, N64, NES, Super Nintendo, Boxed, Loose, Super Famicom, Game Boy Advance, Genesis, you name it, anything, it's there. Accessories, memory cards, So to add to my wrestling collection, I had to get the Nintendo Power 1999, WrestleMania 2000, and Warzone, Nintendo Power, July of 1998. And those are the only Nintendo Power magazines that I have, because, well, I'm not really a Nintendo Power kid, never have been. I've got some other random ones that I have that I just got over the time, like Game Players. And then I do like Tips and Tricks, because I used to go to the library as a kid. Never got these, just as a kid in library, just take them out for a few days, the Tips and Tricks stuff. This one I got because I love Dragon Ball Z, and this goes very well with my Dragon Ball collection. This one, the cover just looks dope. This one because I'm a huge fan of comic books as well, and I love Marvel vs. Capcom and Marvel superheroes and all that stuff. Well, great cover. This one just because it's old. And then I'm a huge fan of Final Fantasy. It's in like my top 3 favorite franchises, and I love Final Fantasy 7, so I have to pick those up. I don't really go after Tips and Tricks, but yeah. And then we have electronic game Gaming Monthly, which is another one that I used to also at the library. You know, we got Sonic the Hedgehog because a cool cover. We got this one. Mainly, I don't even care about that. It's more so this is what I like. The fact that it has a split cover. The only reason, but yeah, this one is number 53. But that was, and then this one, it has Star Wars, which I like Star Wars. Very cool. And then this one, I don't know why, but it's just introducing the PS3 and the Wii, because I got the PS3 on launch and I have a Wii, so thought something cool. I don't know. Now we get into the creme de la creme, the stuff that I really like, stuff that I've had as a childhood. Some know, as far as some know as far as issue numbers. Yeah, and also with gaming magazines, I don't really stock gaming magazines up in the store. They're more, if I get some and I already have, instead of giving them away, I just keep them, you know. It's a nice little piece, you know, whenever the store does reopen and I do actually get the store front. It's a nice little display thing just to have there for display, you know. But anyways, I used to have a subscription to PlayStation Mag. I know a lot of you did too. My parents canceled the subscriptions because, yeah, they didn't want to pay after 3 issues. So, yeah, so I just collect them just because it's something to say. I had 3 issues, they canceled it, and then now it's like I want to get a lot of them just to say I had to. Anyway, so we have here Crash. Warp Speed Ahead. Crash rides again in his 3rd adventure. I'm a fan of the Crash series, so there's that. Then we got the Gex cover. Not really a big Gex guy, but any PlayStation mag that I don't have, I'll snag. We got Ridge Racer Type 4, which what are these? 99, January of 1999, December of 98. And then March of 1999. And then we go into more newer ones, the newer era, because this is the era also where I went to the library again and I started taking these out, which we have here. Final Fantasy 10 or 10-2. I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy. Again, you know I have to have this no matter what. And then we have here just a random one for PlayStation 3, I believe. Yeah. Again, I bought my PS3 got my PS3 at launch day. So I thought one PlayStation mag in the PlayStation 3 era, why not? It makes all the more sense. But yeah, I'm going for a lot of PlayStation mag. And this is all I have right now, but I'm going heavy on them anyway. So now that we've crossed out all these other ones, now let's go to the meat and potatoes of my collection, the meat potato. And by the way, if anybody has any of the missing issues for PlayStation Magazine, or as I'm going to start showing you, GamePro, by the way, this is a code book, which I do like stuff like this as well. And this was complete with this little thing, and I don't know if this was part of it, but this was in there. And it has a cool ad for a sight controller. Anyway, so yeah, I like these. So anyway, so it's GamePro. So if anybody's got any missing issues that I don't have, I'm looking to buy. Don't pay a lot, by the way. So don't expect nearly even close to what you think, because they ain't worth that much. And if you have a collection and there's extras, I just put them aside for like display piece for you know, whenever the store is reopened, whenever I find the location again. Anyway, so we got a strategy guide for Final Fantasy 8, which again, anything Final Fantasy I gotta have, like beautiful. We have here Resident Evil Code Veronica Part 1. Apparently this one was more than one, but anyways, I like Resident Evil as well, so you know, you have to have it no matter what. Now let's go through the actual GamePros from the oldest to newest that I got. I've got here December of 1992. This one's a cool cover in my opinion. I just love this cover a lot. the February of 1993 Star Trek The Next Generation on the Super Nintendo, on the SNES. I'm a huge Trekkie, always been a I've been a Trekkie for most of my life, because I learned about Star Trek when I was, I think, 11 or 12, so since then, I've been a huge Trekkie, and Next Generation is my favorite series out of all of them. So, cool little cover. And then, what do we got here? We got March of 1993. The back is cool. I like the back better than the front, actually. Cool World! We got May of 1993. That's another cool cover, especially with the back, because I am a big fan of The Addams Family, one of my top 10 favorite shows. Da-na-na-na. Anyways, but yeah, sports cover. This one's a cool one for anyone who remembers. Yoshi's Island. June of 1990. No, is this Yoshi's Island or is this... It's either Yoshi's Island or it's Super Mario World, one or the other, but cool cover though. Then we got July of 93. Again, more Addams Family advertisement in the back. And it says a free Star Wars Secrets. This one's a cool one because I love Mortal Kombat. So we got September of 1993. Mortal Kombat. And it comes with a free strategy map. It's probably not in here. Nope. Oh. Nope, it's not in here. We got Super Street Fighter 2. Big fan of Street Fighter, so another cool one. December of 93. And then this one's cool too. Rage Fighters. If you look at the back, does this guy not remind you of a young Steven Seagal? Kinda does. But anyway, continuing on, another cool cover. We got Volume 5, number 11. Because at one point, GamePro started numbering their shit like volume this, number that. And then you have to open it up and go to like the gaming section. When you see like the different game tips and preview, it'll say, oh, November. So November of 93 with Sonic the Hedgehog. That's another cool one. Then we got here, I think this one's December. Yep, December of 93. We got Tournament Fighters. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a Half Shell. Turtle Power! So that's all from 93, 92 and 93. And then we move into the next run. I've got a lot of them. We got 94. We got February of 94. Another Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and Sonic. It's like an homage to all the covers from 93. NBA Jam. Put your jam. It's your jam, yeah? Alright, alright. Do your hand up your hand. Do the NBA Jam. I played a lot of NBA Jams in the arcade, so it's another cool one to have. And then being a comic fan, The Incredible Hulk is up there in my top 10 favorite characters. So, or even top 5. Very close. It's like a close. So, we got an Incredible Hulk cover from April of 94. But either way, regardless of covers, some are cool, some are just there for me. But I'm trying to go for a complete run from 89 all the way to 2009. Because around 2009... was the last year I was into GamePro Mag. I don't know if GamePro continues after that, but I'm going for a complete run. We got May of 94. This one's cool. Win the Blockbuster Video Game Championship. Details inside. This one is... Gotta go to the previews. What I don't like about this, you gotta go to game previews to see the date, June of 94, but here you go. World Championships. There's your page. But yeah, this is the June 94 issue talking about the World Championships at Blockbuster. And then we got Mortal Kombat 2, August of 94. My favorite of the Mortal Kombat games is Mortal Kombat 2. And then we got, because I played a lot of Mortal Kombat 2 in the arcade versus any other one of them, but yeah. Then we got the #1 video, first time they're actually naming it the #1 video game magazine. And we got the September of 1994 and the death and return of Superman from comics to cart. So this was showing, if anybody who grew up in that era would know the death of Superman, which then they brought him back. They made a game off of it. Not a great game. But yeah. Oh, and the back. Mortal Kombat 2. Then we got October of 94, Sonic and Knuckles. Oh, Simpsons fans, you like that? Oh, yeah, you do. I love this show a lot, so get ready for Beavis and Butthead in November of 1994. Man, I grew up watching this show, so great cover. And then we got the Donkey Kong Country for December of 94. And then here's another thing with GamePro. Sometimes they'll do this, where there's no spine, and then they will do with the spine. I wish they did all with the spine, because it's so much easier and cooler when you're stacking them on your shelf like this. Alright. Now we go into 1995. We got January of 95, Earthworm Jim. We got February of 95. We got Mortal Kombat 3. And then whoever this guy is on the cover. But yeah. And then we got the Killer Instinct with March 1995. With the nice giant ad for NBA Jam. Then we got first new look at the new Sub-Zero look. Mortal Kombat 3. Bigger and badder of April 1995. Again, another ad for NBA Jam. Then we got the Big Bang. GamePro. June of 1995. The EEEP. Electronic Entertainment Expo Preview. Which is where the PlayStation 1, the Atari Jaguar, the Panasonic 3DO, and the Sega Saturn all debuted. Cool historic issue. For anybody who doesn't know a lot about the history, this is a good one just to get, just for the history, you know? And then you got the back here's Flash sales. And then Flash versus Flash, and then Batman versus Flash. Anywho, then we move into Primal Rage, September of 1995, which I like the back way better, Comic Zone. Again, being a comic guy and a gamer, come on, you can't. And then we got Mortal Kombat 3 hits home. Finally, it's released October of 1995. Oh, and the Neo Geo CD's finally released. For you one person out there whoever afforded the Neo Geo CD and can afford one now, here you go. The Neo Geo CD's finally here. And Mortal Kombat 3. And the back is cool too. We got Power Ranger. Go, go, Power Rangers. Yeah. Anyways, we got Virtua Fighter 2, which I like Virtua Fighter. Not the greatest fighting game with a lot of moveset, but I like Virtua Fighter. And we got November of 1995. And then we got Donkey Kong Country 2 with Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. Okay, I found that out. So the other issue I was talking about was just Super Mario World. This is Yoshi's Island, which is December of 1995. And then they also have direct from Japan, Battle Arena, Toshinbu 2, and Super Mario World RPG. Cool. And we're not done yet, boys and girls. We ain't not even close. Now we're into 96. Let's go. 1996. We got the Ultimate Mortal Kombat meets the Artist. And then Tekken 2. I like Tekken as well, but come on. Mortal Kombat. We got October of 96. Game Pros presents Star Wars. Which Star Wars is this? Oh, Oh, this is just going through all the different Star Wars games. Cool. I didn't even realize that we got Dark Forces, Rebel Assault, Shadow of the Empire, Jedi Knight, Dark Forces, and X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, and then strategy guide for Super Mario 64 and Tekken 2. That's actually a cool one. And then we got another cool one, 10 pages of the game-winning moves for Street Fighter Alpha 2, which, for anyone who doesn't know, Street Fighter Alpha 2, which I love Street Fighter, my favorite fighting game, is where my favorite character, Akuma, debuts, right? I know it's not a fan favorite game, but for me it is. I love it because, again, Akuma makes his debut, and then you got Turok. It's November of 96. Then we move into the Hot Holiday games for December of 96. Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Not a great game. I'll be honest. It wasn't as good as 1, 2, or 3. But hey, anyways, good try. Oh, by the way, speaking of which, Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat 2 advertisement in the back for Sega Saturn and MS-DOS. And then here, more Sega Saturn ads. Sonic 3D Blast, because, you know, Sega Saturn came out in end of 95. And we got January of 97. We're moving into 1997. Still talking about Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Oh, Castlevania X and Tomb Raider. Then we got February of 97. Now we're just going to quickly go through these now. We got July of 97. Hey, Magic the Gathering in the back. Castlevania X of September 1997. And then I love this one because it's October of 97. It's one of my top games. Final Fantasy VII, baby. This is a cool one. And we go into Tomb Raider 3. Tomb Raider 3 in December of 98. And now we're into 98. Okay, that's all I have for 98, by the way. We're done with 98. That's not one that I have much of. Then we go into 99. January of 1999. Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and NBA Jam 99. NBA Jam 99, not as good as the original NBA Jam. And I like this one because you guys know, look at the back here. WWF Attitude Era, over 50 games plus. And I'm just reading the cover. But this is mostly a WWF Attitude cover for March of 1999. And then we got April of 1999. And then the back, I'm not a fan of Duke Nukem, but that's cool. The reason I'm not a fan of Duke Nukem, because Serious Sam is way better. I said it, I ain't taking it back. I'm sticking with my guns. Pun intended. Serious Sam all day. Anyways, we go into 2006. I only got one for 2006, which is the Naruto cover. And I love Naruto, so that's a plus for me. Naruto and GamePro. And we got here 2008. 2008 Top Shooters. And then the back is cooler, in my opinion. Kart Rider. Actually, if anybody knows where I can get Kart Rider, or if it's just an online game, please let me know. Looks like a fun game. And then we got the last GamePro mag is April of 08. The Gears of War cover. I'm a 360 collector, and I like Gears of War. Cool, wait. Oh, 360? Anyways, yeah. They're asking where's Gears of War 2 because nobody knew when it was coming out, and yeah. And then we got cheat codes too. Yeah, so there's all the magazines from GamePro, which is my heavily collected ones, couple of Nintendo Power because of the wrestling, some Electronic Gaming Monthly, and some random stuff, but mostly GamePro. Remember, back in the days, this is how we got our information. Like, seriously, flip through. I'll open one random one up right now just for the video. We got January of 1995. We'll go in. We'll quickly skim through. Like, look, right here. We didn't know how this game at all. We didn't know Aero Acrobat 2 was coming out. Like, look at that. Like, straight up, we'd be like, oh my god, Arrow the Acrobat is having a sequel. Or, like, you flip through and then you go, oh my god, Fatal Fury Special. Obviously, I don't own a Sega CD. But you get the point. NBA Jam, oh my god, it's coming to console. Ooh, Beavis and Butthead's finally having a game. You know, it was stuff like that. And then you read about it, you learn about it. Like, we'll go even older here. Like, look at this. Here's a whole list on a page on Aladdin, the Super Bowl, enter to win. Look at this, a sport page, like how to play pro hockey, how to play FIFA, like the how-to. Hey, 10% off every games at Macy's if you use this coupon. So, you can go to Macy's, but they're only telling you these 4 games, right? It's cool stuff like that that takes you back to a time, a more simpler time when it was much fun. And then cool artwork like that. Look at that artwork. Cool. Anyways, again, if you guys have any of the missing GamePro issues, you can go through the video, pause it, see what issues I'm missing, write them down. If you have any of them, let me know. I'll buy them out. But just don't expect much because they ain't worth a whole lot. Anyways, if you like these types of videos, other than just showing off store pickups and stuff like that, hey, I can talk more. We can discuss it. If you guys want an in-depth video on video game magazines, we could do it. I will go through the history of GamePro if you want, because I like GamePro and I know a bit about GamePro. We can deep dive a couple of issues if you'd like. If you'd like to see more personal stuff, please let me know in the comment section below. Anyways, remember, smash that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button to be subscribed, and hit the bell button to be notified when we upload new videos, because we're uploading regularly again. Anyways, remember, as always, enjoy life, keep on collecting, and we'll see y'all for another video.